Streator, North Dakota, December 22nd, 1912. Dear Sister Dove, I will try and answer your ever-welcome letter received a few days ago. I'm not feeling very well. Just a bad cold, I guess. I've stayed in the house so close this winter that every time I go out, I take cold. Roscoe and Steve have gone to town. We're going to a sale this afternoon. Billy's hauling in straw for the pig's bed. Well, my dear little sister, when are you going to get married? And how old is your sweetheart? I never seen him, did I? I know I would like him if he was your old man. Are you really going to marry him sometime? I want you to get your pictures taken and send me one so I can see him. I wish you all would come out here in the spring. I was so house sick yesterday, I did not know what to do. I almost tore the house down. I was so mad. Roscoe told me to sell my cow and pig and save my butter money and I could come home. But this is the only cow I ever had of my own, and I don't want to sell her, for he got her for me and gave her to me for a present. She'll be fresh in about 6 weeks, I guess, and it will be her first calf. We have one little calf now. Well, dear, what are you all doing at home? And did Anna get her letter and Virgil's pictures? Is Melbourne and Anna going to stay with you folks this winter? Oh, I wish you were all out here now. We are having the finest weather. Haven't had snow enough to sleigh ride yet. And tell Melbourne he just as well has stayed out here, for there hasn't been snow enough to fly around his big ass yet. Well, Dove, I am getting so fat. I am guessing I weigh 148. What do you weigh? I am going to send some little verses for Mama, but what they say I mean for all of you. What is Irvin doing? Oh, I would love to see him so. Well, say, are you as tall as Emma? Well, dear, the boys have come back from town and they're going to the sale, but I am not. I thought I felt better this morning, but I am so sick I can hardly sit up. We got a card from Maddie. She wants us to come down there for Christmas, but we've promised Jax to come there, so we will not go to Maddie's. Well, lovey-dovey, I must close and write some to Emma. So please answer soon and tell me all the news, good and bad. Ever your sister, Anna Malacote, to my baby sister, Dove. With love to all. Bye-bye. Write soon. Farmville, August 3rd, 1914. Dear wife, I will draft you a few lines before supper. It's now 7 o'clock. We just quit. Well, honey, I got here all right. Don't know just when I'll be home for sure, but Saturday, if not before. Well, supper's ready, and I wish I was home to eat with you. I will write more after supper. Goodbye till after lunch. Hello, sweetheart. I will write you some more. Say, honey, are you better by now? Well, dear little girl, as this is a bad place to write, I will not write much. I'm in my buggy riding by a candle, and the wind is bad. It's now 15 after 8, and I have to go and help to get a tank of water yet, and then help on the engine. Have to clean it out, and it will take us till about 11 or 12 o'clock to do it. So, dear, don't worry about me, and I hope you are better when I get home. Now, honey, be a nice little girl, for you are all I have. So, dear, with lots of love, too, I will say goodbye. Wishing I was with you, Ollie, your true husband. Mecca, Indiana, March 26, 1915. Dear Sister Dove, I will write you a few lines this morning. How are you and Ollie getting along? Did I write you a letter or not? I have forgotten. I got the handkerchief you sent. Thank you. It was nice. Harry has gone to work. Steve is monkeying with a motorcycle trying to fix it. Irene is picking her teeth. And Marie is looking for the comb. Have you made any garden yet? I planted some lettuce, onion, and radishes yesterday. They'll be all right if Jack Frost don't bite them. Our neighbors have all gone. Little Jim, Big Jim, Joe, Mike, and Augustine. I miss their noise a whole lot. They showed the Titanic shipwreck here last week. Harry went. Oh, I wish you could see Irene now. She waves her hand and says, "Ta-ta." I wish you and Ollie could come over here and see us before we go to Dakota. Hey, what is Ellis doing? Or do you ever see him? Tell him hello if you do. And tell him I said I wish he would write. Well, answer soon, and tell me what you are all doing. I guess I will close for now, as I haven't very much news to write. Oh, say, send your bust and waist measurements. Don't forget. And answer soon. As ever, your sister, Emma. Streeter, North Dakota, November 18th, 1915. My darling husband, I received your dear letter last night. Was sure glad to hear from you. Yes, dear, sell the things if you want to. You said you could sell everything but the stove and sewing machine and dishes and bedclothes. Are you going to bring them out here? Streeter is a pretty big place. I like it so far up here, just fine. Roscoe said you could make money up here papering, painting, and carpentering, where you don't make none down there. He said they paid bigger wages. I guess there's nothing to do in the winter, but come when you can. Papa said we could all live this winter all right. And they said you are as welcome as the flowers in May. Oh, darling, will I be glad when you say you are coming. Irvin said you could get a job of your kind of work most any time. They're building a new house now, and they will want it papered. I guess if you can't pay your own way this winter, you can sometime. I want to see you so bad. Well, dear, I feel pretty good this morning, and I hope you are well. Well, I will close so I can send this on the train, so you will get it. From your loving wife, Dove. Ah, yes, dear, we got the crew appointment. Streeter, North Dakota, November 26, 1915. My dear little angel, my own blue-eyed angel. How are you today? I feel pretty good today. I stay up most of the time. The doctor gave me some medicine to loosen the phlegm up in my lungs, and it sure does, for I cough it up so much easier. I expect you better get ready and come on out here, or I think I will grieve myself for you till there will be no more Dovie. Honey, I can't stay away from you no longer. I cried so much yesterday. I was so weak I couldn't hardly walk. I didn't just cry, I almost screamed. If you can't make the payment on your place out here in the spring, why, you can let it go back, but you will have to come to me. Oh yes, Mama gave me a little red sow pig, so you see, we will have it to start on. Well, darling angel, I am so tired I will have to quit writing. Your poor little heartbroken wife. Don't worry over this letter now, my darling, but come to me. These letters and this postcard were brought to my attention originally by Aunt Lois. She hung on to these things forever and let me have access to them. Let's take a look at that postcard. You see on the front there's a grieving widow standing by a grave that says Aninia's brief lawyer. But if you look closely, you see on the tombstone someone has written in O.C. Wells. Lois told me that Grandma, or Ellen, wrote that in there one time when she wasn't feeling particularly well about the relationship. Now, if you look closely, though, at the grieving widow's dress, you can see faintly, Heartbroken Ellen. You can see it written in there in pencil. So on the tombstone, O.C. Wells. On the widow's dress, Heartbroken Ellen. Let's go to the back of the postcard. Dovie wrote in the normal section when you would write the body of the letter. You can see what she wrote there. When you get married and live upstairs, for goodness sakes, don't put on airs. Okay, now let's go over to the side where you write the address. And Dovie wrote, to my darling husband, from your loving wife. Ellen added a subnote later. I wish this darling husband was mine only, Ellen. Now let's take a look at the information at the top. You got to turn it over, flip it over, and look at those two lines right there. One of which was placed by Dovie. It says, this woman is me. And then Ellen adds her own little subnote. A sad mistake, it will be me. Heartbroken Ellen. Now let's take a look at the death certificate. This I actually received electronically from North Dakota. As you can see, the death date is listed as January 18th, 1916. Birth date, December 4th, 1897. So W had just turned 18 about a month before. And as you can see, her parents are both listed as from Illinois. And so ends the tale of the death of Grandpa Wells's second wife. And a new tale began just roughly 6 months later.